Hi, Sarah here with a Killer Kitten layout share video. This is my ManxyCatCrafts 2016 September kit. So first of all, I'll show you what I have left over. I don't have a video that shows my haul for this kit. It was before I started making them, but there are a couple of people on YouTube that probably do have it. So if I find it, I will link it below in case you want to see the kit before it all gets killed. Okay. Here's my box, so I'm just going to take out the bits and pieces that are left. First of all, I have embellishments. We had these gorgeous cards, which were like postcards, because this was sort of a, I think I had a vacation style travel-y theme to it, because we had Chamel Go Now Go, and we also had these postcards which I utilised as in layers, and I have got a couple left over in case I do get to use them as they are at some point. So I've just got a few bits left from them. We had these wooden buttons, and I've just got a few there. We had a washi booklet, and this is probably about half used. There's still quite a few. One gone from there, mostly gone from there, one from there. Oh, I didn't use that much actually. So yes, I've still got some of them to go in my stash. I didn't use any of these, but I was waiting until after I killed the kit, and then I'm going to use them as charms on my planner instead, and maybe add them onto something else and create gifts with them. So that's why I didn't use them. I didn't use them because I basically hoarded them. From my mixed media kit, I had it was a Paige Evans page kit, and I have a few tiny words, a date thing, a couple of shapes, literally teeny weeny bits, and the rest got used up, and a few sticky dots which always come in handy. So I have these bits left from that, and then just these two, Love and Joy, which I can't read very well. And they're just, what are they called? Acetate. So I've just got them. And then we also had some arrows, which I forgot to use. That's the only reason I've got these left. I used a couple, and then I did actually lose the arrows in this bag. I had these two left, and I almost used that one and then didn't, so I've got two wooden shapes as well. But I did accidentally lose a couple of bits and then re-find them literally a couple of days ago when I was sorting. Hence why I have this practically, apart from one tag which I used on a very recent layout, I have this left because I lost it. Whoops. But that doesn't matter, it will go over into another kit. I have quite a few letters left to use up. I tend to go with whatever suits, so I won't necessarily use the thickers with the correct kit. I'll sort of use them a few times, but then I'll mix them up and then use them in another layout later on. For instance, there's some bright colours in amongst these that will work better with my January kit. I think these will work nicely with, so I'll just keep using all these bits. And then I also have a few pieces of paper, pretty much no bigger than about that size. There's like just a couple of scraps in here, but not enough to carry on really. I'm ready to move on from this kit now. Oh, and I also have two pieces of pink cardstock. Again, I managed to misplace them, and they didn't get used either. So, not too bad, but quite bad because of misplacing a few of the bits from my kit. So anyway, that's what I have left over. These will all go in with my January kit to get used up, along with the other bits of stash that I have left over from other kits previously. So next up I'll show you what layouts I made. I managed to make 13 layouts, and Some of the later ones do have some extra ephemera and a couple of tags in there amongst them, just because I'd lost that sticker sheet. So I actually had some ephemera that matched some of the papers, so I just drew from that with a couple of bits and pieces. But mostly it's all the kit. So I'll start off with the 4 I made last year in September. Here's my first one. It's very loud. I'm not sure if I quite like it. It's a bit different. Well, obviously it's quite old now, so I'll probably do it a bit differently now. But this is all done with pastels, Prima pastels. So I've added some texture paste, some washi, some of the wooden buttons from the kit. I also coloured in acetate arrow there and another one there. And then this is the page kit, but I split it up, so I used just the wording page for this one. And this is what I created with the pattern paper that you're supposed to use with this, and I just created a separate layout and did some stitching and used some of the ephemera and coloured one of the little rainbows there. This is from the previous kit, and I just coloured it to match in with these colours, and I added some extra. This is all pearlescent watercolours that are only about a £5 from Hobbycraft, and all those bits are ephemera from the kit. Third one that I made last year is this one here with lots of mixed media, some of the washi, the wooden buttons, stars from the thickers. I used the thickers for the title. And then in the background here is one of them postcards, which I then layered up and added a doily, and then framed it with some of the paper, which I gutted so I could use the rest of it. So that is the 3. The 4th one has already been gifted to my mum, so I will put that one in here now. And with that one, I just wanted to mimic the roses in the paper into the texture paste, so that's how I created that one. So next up, these are the ones that I've created very recently in the last couple of months, maybe just this month. So first off, this is my first attempt at fussy cutting. I think I might have a video for this one. I have a video for a few of these because I started making videos after September, so I started in October, so there will be videos for a couple of these ones. So I popped that up on some foam, added a few embellishments from previous kits, as well as using some scraps and bits from the September kit. Next up, I managed to utilise the gorgeous We Are Memory Keepers London Calling paper here, and I added in some ephemera which came from the same collection but not in the kit, and a couple of wooden pieces from my stash, a few stickers, and I did some embossing. There is a video for this one, and this one I made for UK Scrap Addicts. And next up I have this little one here, and I added in a few extra pieces of paper and just a few bits of ephemera to this one, just to create a cute little cluster. And that wooden button is from the kit, and it was perfect for this page. Next up, quite similar to the other one, but different style this time. I used mists on this one, Heidi Sock Colour Shine over the top of the texture paste, and tried to colour it in mostly so there wasn't any just plain white left. I used some of the words from the kit, from the page kit that came from the mixed media bundle, and then some hearts, added some sequins, added a title from my stash, but all the papers here and here are from the kit, and then just mounted it onto black cardstock. I tend to get more out of my layouts by doing them either on white or black cardstock and then clustering my papers. Also that came in the kit, I'll just quickly show you, was a Mr. Huey's ink spray, which I collect and use along with my other ink sprays. Next up, I used a whole piece of the floral paper for this one. Used the that darling and arrow from my stash. I added in a few pieces of blue paper from my stash as well, just that went really well with this background paper, and added the wooden button from the kit as well as these words, another button up there. So that was that one. Next up is this one. I've got hidden journaling there. Oh, that's the point I managed to find my other things and use one of the stickers from the sticker sheet. The planes is the branding strip off this paper here, and then I just used again the same couple of papers. I had about 2 pieces of paper that went really well with the colours in the kit, which I used as well, and I just added them in, so I got just blue tones. And then I just cut out these planes with my die cutting machine, and I added these from the kit, and I used the texture paste which has come in the July kit to colour them in. I also used it to do these clouds in the background, so that's in a very recent kit, the silver paste. It comes out really gorgeous. So that's that one. Next up, I'm clutching at straws now with my papers. There is the floral and yellow paper there is from the kit. This is the inside of the wooden buttons. You can pick them out and just use the enamel piece. I used the purple paper in the background here, the yellow paper there as well, and another one of the enamel pieces there, and then the rest is just literally a couple of embellishments and some mixed media. Again, managed to utilise a few more of the scraps, so I got my papers here tucked in under here, and then I used a few pieces from the ephemera kit the ephemera pack that went well with the kit from the same collection. Just added a few embellishments. These later ones are actually for the Minor Scrap Summer Challenge, hence there's quite a few of various embellishments that I pulled from my stash too, so that I met the challenge quota. So I used bubble wrap technique on the background there with some ink sprays, and tried to use the purple to draw from the paper from the kit. And finally, I have this one, which has the washi, which is from the January kit, which is the kit after this one. Some more ephemera from the same kit, and from the same pack, and the rose paper here is from the September kit as well as the purple paper, and then I just bulked it out with a few extra bits of paper just to use up some more scraps. And again, I used the bubble wrap technique. This one and this one is using literally the same ink, so I got 2 layouts out of one spritz, if that makes sense, and I just pressed it there and there when it was on the second time round. Oh, and then there's these dots again. They're just picked out of the wooden buttons so that they're just the shape, and it makes them a bit less bulky when you apply them onto your layout. And that is it. So I made 13 layouts. I do have a few bits and pieces that weren't from the kit, but still I consider that kit pretty killed, and anything I haven't used will get rolled over into my next one. So thanks for joining me today. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. Bye!